Dividing decimals with number chips. This is a digital lesson, and this one is St. Patrick's Day themed. The lesson starts with explaining to the students how to shift the decimal point all the way to the right in the divisor, and then the same number of places in the dividend. The next two slides show how that's done. So here in the divisor, we want to move that decimal point all the way to the right, which is one place to the right. That means we move it one place to the right in the dividend so we get our correct answer. So we're going to move that decimal point straight up into the answer. And the next slide shows an example when we move the decimal point two places to the right. Now students are going to start on slide 5. They have these movable number chips and movable decimal point. So the first thing they're going to do is type in how many places they're moving that decimal point to the right. And in this case, they're just moving it one place to the right. So they can refer back to this number when they have to place the decimal point in their answer. So here they just divide as if these were whole numbers. 7 goes into 24 3 times. So they click and hold on the 3, move it into place. Next step is to multiply. 3 times 7 is 21. Subtract, they get 3, and then they bring down the 5. 7 goes evenly into 35 5 times. Now they have to place this movable decimal point, so they just click and hold, and they can move it wherever they like. If we move the decimal point one place to the right in the divisor, we have to move it one place to the right in the dividend, and then it goes straight up into our answer. So we get a quotient of 3 5/10. Now if you'll notice, every problem has a letter and a yellow heart. So on the final slide there will be a St. Patrick's Day riddle, and students are going to match their answer to a letter in order to solve the riddle. Next slide here, remember the first thing they have to do is type how many places they're moving their decimal point to the right. And then they're going to divide as if these were whole numbers. So 4 goes into 28 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract, they get 0. And then they have to bring down that 8. And then 4 goes into 8 2 times. Now, if they move the decimal point 2 places to the right, they're going to move it 2 places to the right here and straight up into their quotient. So they get an answer of 7 2/10. And they're going to match that with the letter I. Now these problems get a little bit more difficult as they go. Again, just type in the number first, how many places they're moving the decimal point, and then do the division. Now here they're going to have to do some guess and check because the numbers are a little bit bigger. Same thing on the next slide. And they've got several to practice. Now when they get to that final slide, here they can see all the answers they should have from the previous slides. So they're going to go back, scroll through all of the completed slides, find each one of these answers, and type in the letter that was in the yellow heart. If they've done it correctly, it will solve the riddle, where are you guaranteed to find gold on St. Patrick's Day? So this is a digital lesson dividing decimals with number chips, St. Patrick's Day.